Shout out to the Cows Gang. I'm your host, Mr. Palmer, and welcome to the show, Victim or Volunteer. What I want y'all to do, grab the nearest couch, sit back, and enjoy the ride. Cows Gang, Cows Gang, Cows mother gang. Do y'all remember the video I did about the Florida father by the name of Anthony Souvenir, who was killed in front of his newborn son, in front of his girlfriend in Florida at a Walgreens because he confronted another man by the name of Jamie Taylor for looking at his girl too hard? What? You can't make this up. You can't make this up. This dude, Anthony Souvenir, was killed by 20-year-old Jamie Taylor because he walked up to Jamie Taylor talking about he was staring at his girl too hard. This was at a Miramar, Florida, at a Walgreens pharmacy, and dude, Jamie, told him, hey man, I'm not staring at your girl, it ain't like that, I'm on the phone. Dude ended up coming back around, following him, and next thing I know, Pop go to Weasel. But to remind y'all what I'm talking about, I'm gonna play the original news that I posted the last time.
Now at 11, a confrontation at a Walgreens turning deadly after a customer shoots a man inside the store.
The man who was killed was celebrating his birthday today. And tonight, we're hearing from his family. Good evening, I'm Lauren Pastrana.
And I'm Elliot Rodriguez. CBS News Miami's Adam McAllister is outside the Walgreens in Miramar where this happened.
The family of 27-year-old Anthony Souvenir tells me that Monday was his birthday. They say they started off the day singing happy birthday and celebrating him, but then he had to go run an errand here at the Walgreens, but he never came home. This music video on YouTube shows 27-year-old Anthony Souvenir in happier times.
I had to learn to be a man before I came one.
Monday morning, on his birthday, he posted this video on social media, saying he was blessed to see another year. But just hours later, Souvenir's life would come to a sudden and tragic end after an argument at this Walgreens store turned violent.
Because a lot of people were in the store at the time, and obviously this is a harrowing situation for them.
According to police, 27-year-old Anthony Souvenir and 28-year-old Jamie Taylor got into an argument inside of the store on Miramar Boulevard shortly before noon. Investigators say Taylor pulled out a gun and opened fire. Souvenir died at Memorial Regional Hospital. We spoke to Souvenir's family off camera Monday night, and they told us it was his birthday. His dad said the day started off as a joyous one. The family sang happy birthday and celebrated his son. Then Souvenir went to Walgreens to get money, but never returned. Now, a day that was supposed to be filled with joy will be remembered as a tragedy.
Nowadays, people pull out a gun rather than having a civil conversation. They pull out a gun and decide to do the unthinkable. This is one of those things where you've got to be careful even who you argue with these days.
And Souvenir's family tells me he leaves behind his girlfriend, an infant son, his parents, and 4 siblings. As for Taylor, he's charged with manslaughter, and it's still unclear what led to this argument inside of this Walgreens. But for now, reporting from Miramar, Anna McAllister, CBS News, Miami.
So y'all saw that, right? This man was killed on his birthday in front of his son, in front of his same girlfriend that he was trying to protect for a man that was so-called staring too hard. But I got an update for this situation. It done came out, published April the 14th, that when it comes to 28-year-old Jamie Taylor, they dropped the charges. You can't make this up. So now, this man is free, gone about his business, get to live his best life. And I will say this situation did not have to happen. This all stemmed from February 3rd at Walgreens, located at 2499 Southwest 101st Avenue in Miramar, Florida. And Jamie Taylor has wiped his tears on his face after learning that the charge that he was facing has been dropped. And I will say what he said though. He said, unfortunately that had to happen, but I just know at the moment it was killed or be killed. That's what he said. And all this stemmed from a man who he never met, Mr. Souvenir, who walked up to him, provoking and threatening him. Talking about he was looking at her too hard. And it was on his birthday. He made 27 years old. But I want y'all to watch the news, and I'm gonna let the news speak his piece. and I get back to you.
Developments in a deadly shooting inside a Miramar Walgreens that happened earlier this year.
Charges have now been dropped against the man who opened fire, and he's now speaking out, saying he acted in self-defense. Local 10's Roy Ramos live in North Miami with his side of the story. Roy.
Louis and Christy, this was a shooting that ended up happening inside of this pharmacy as there were customers inside, including small children. But today, we got a chance to hear from the man who was initially arrested. He says he was met with a difficult decision that he had to make in an instant. Kill or be killed?
Unfortunately that it had to happen. I just know at the moment it was killed to be killed.
28-year-old Jamie Taylor wiped the tears from his face days after learning serious charges he was facing after shooting and killing a man in early February have been dropped.
All charges, including homicide, manslaughter, and accompanying charges, have been dismissed.
The charges all stem from a violent shooting that played out inside this Walgreens in Miramar. Taylor said a man he'd never met walked into the pharmacy, provoking and threatening him.
I guess he thought that I was looking at his girl or something, and then he told me that I'm looking too hard.
That man, we've learned, was 27-year-old Anthony Souvenir, who was in that Walgreens with his girlfriend and 1-year-old son when Taylor said Souvenir confronted him.
He kept talking. I told him, I'm not talking to you. And his girlfriend told him that I wasn't talking to him either. He told me that, yeah, I see you got a gun, and I got one too.
But Taylor said it's not until he saw that gun he shot Souvenir to protect himself.
I mean, he was all the way at the back of the store. He walked by me, said what he had to say, and then came all the way from the back of the store to the front of the store, and he told me, I'm finna show you. I shot when he pulled it out. He pulled it out.
As Taylor was joined by his pastor, his attorney, and his family, the former Booker T. Washington quarterback and football player at Northwest Missouri State says the last thing he wanted to do was take a life. While he still struggles with what he said he had to do, he is just fortunate his 1-year-old daughter still has her father.
I'm sorry for the loss. I'm sorry that it had to happen like that. I pray for the family.
So Taylor tells me that after the shooting, he ended up fleeing from that area, but he says he only did that because he ended up dropping his phone inside of that pharmacy. He was also still being shot at. He did, however, return after he saw Miramar police respond to that Walgreens. He says his plans now are to return to college and pursue a career in either sports management or criminal justice. For now, here in North Miami, Roy Ramos, local.
So y'all heard what he said, you know, he had to protect himself. It's unfortunate. And what's tripped out about from what he's saying, he said he kept talking and kept talking, Mr. Souvenir was. And he said, and I told him, I'm not talking to you. And his girlfriend told him that I wasn't talking to him either. You can't make this up. So not only from what he's saying, Jamie Taylor, he told him, I'm not talking to you. Anthony Souvenir's girlfriend even told him that he wasn't talking to him either. And then Taylor also said that Mr. Souvenir told him, I see you got a gun. I got one too. But Taylor said it's not until he saw that gun that he shot Souvenir to protect himself. This is definitely a situation that did not have to happen. This was a situation that could have been prevented, you know. Now, what he said he was gonna do, he said, you know, he want to go back to college and finish doing what he was doing. He has a 1-year-old daughter, that he has the father, and he does say he's sorry for the loss, and he's sorry that it happened like that. And he said he prayed for the family. You know, he was joined by his pastor, his attorney, and family. He was a former Booker T. Washington high school quarterback and a football player for Northwest Missouri State, you know, says the last thing he wanted to do was take a life. Now, hopefully, he'll be able to continue on with his life, live his life, maybe get some counseling, because, you know, who knows what's in his head. It wasn't planned. It wasn't gang related. But I got to talk to a lot of you brothers out here. I want y'all to understand that there are so many black men who are in early graves because of community. There's so many men that are locked up in jail and one is dead because of some community. Fighting over a motherfucker that's ho-hopping with you, him, and everybody else. That's one. Then you got others who believe what a say, running up to him saying, yeah, this man just hit me, and you go out there, go kill him or get your ass killed. Then you got you ones who thirst trapping, who's talking about you staring at my girl too hard. And if you like that, I suggest you shouldn't be in a commitment and you shouldn't be in a relationship. You shouldn't even be because you're gonna be running around killing everybody, because if your girl look good, got a fat ass, a motherfucker gonna look. Long as that person ain't disrespecting, long as the person ain't trying to attack your girl, long as they ain't trying to attack you, go on about your business. It's not worth losing your life over some community. or any other, it ain't worth it. So now again, Anthony Souvenir lost his life on his birthday in front of his young son and his girlfriend for what? Y'all better take heed of this. Y'all doing too much Captain Saving and shopping the suckers for no reason when you don't have to. Trying to prove a point, trying to front, trying to stunt, and then you the one who get the pop go to weasel. So I gotta know, Cows Gang, when it comes to 28-year-old Jamie Taylor, who is now free, charges all dropped, is he a victim or volunteer? And when it comes back to 27-year-old Anthony Souvenir, I also gotta know, is he a victim or volunteer? You cannot make this up, man. Shopping the suckers. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Mr. Palmer, and this conversation is over. Cows Gang, Cows Gang.